Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Retail investors now hold all-time high of $29.7 billion worth of Bitcoin. So says insights firm Into the Block. So plenty to talk about, but before going any further, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this, again, XRP 73 cents, Bitcoin at $38,744. Market cap for the asset class 1.74 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance at 42%. And here's the crypto fear and greed index. Those poor little retail lemmings out there. It's at 21 out of 100, indicating that the typical retail speculator is experiencing the emotion of extreme fear. Just like Warren Buffett said, though, and he was talking about the stock market, but it sure as hell is true of this asset class as well, the crypto asset class. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Basically, whatever the masses are doing, they're probably wrong. Even if they're not immediately wrong, maybe if they say Bitcoin's going to go on a run and you're like, okay, it's getting a little hot. Maybe it goes on for another week or two or a month or 3 months, whatever it ends up being. But at some point, there's going to be a move to the other side, and just whatever the masses are doing, I just assume that they're wrong. That's why again, Warren Buffett has stated quite accurately, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Sage wisdom indeed. Now, as far as this article with the Daily Hodl, I'll just say this. You know, it's a good reminder, this article, and I'm not really going to read through this. I just want to say a couple of things about this. It's a good reminder that despite the high volatility and price action we're seeing in global crypto markets, adoption of crypto is expanding. You know, so this is true of Bitcoin, it's true of XRP, and the whole space in general. You know, today, consider this. Today, more people hold XRP than ever before. Now think about that. More people hold XRP today than when it was at its all-time high on January 4th, 2018, when it reached almost $4. You know, I think it's just a matter of time before we see a new all-time high price, and I will continue to wait patiently until that happens. And so it is interesting to see, you know, even when you're talking about this all-time high with Bitcoin here in terms of holdings by retail investors, think about this. Like, I understand. So, like, there's all sorts of ways that you can look at stuff. You can look at what's happening on, like, a macro level. Are you one of the people that thinks that those things are influencing this? Do you think that it really is more so about technical analysis? Is that more impactful? And I tend to think that's the case with crypto specifically in its nascency. I think you could powerfully make an argument about that. But either way, you know what it boils down to in some sense? It's like, do cryptocurrencies have attributes that are desirable by humans? Decentralized cryptocurrencies with open market prices, do they have attributes that people will always want? And I believe firmly the answer is yes. So I could be betting on all the wrong horses, which I've said before. Maybe all the coins that I hold now, if you fast forward 3 decades or however long it takes, maybe they're all zero. Maybe. But there's still something to this, which is why I'm going to keep observing how things unfold and see where the money's flowing, see what's getting adopted, and I'll just adjust accordingly as is necessary. But in the meantime, Bitcoin sure as hell is being adopted. XRP sure as hell is being adopted. In fact, it's one of the only cryptocurrencies that's used for anything. It's used in enterprise-grade software, no less. That's astonishing. And so separate the volatility, because look, it's the retail speculators that cause the volatility. All of their silly ass emotional nonsense buying and selling, FOMOing in and panic selling. It's stupid, but I'm appreciative of them doing what they do because they're serving their purpose, which is why I somewhat jokingly state that they're basically just being useful idiots, because the point of investing is to have volatility. The people that can control their emotions don't really contribute to that volatility. Not in the same way, because they're not doing the emotional getting in and out of positions, right? And so in that sense, I'm thankful that they're doing it. It's like I'm just counting on my fellow humans out there to continue acting like complete idiots out there, just emotionally buying and selling rather than making important financial decisions based on facts and circumstances, logic, all that. I'm counting on them continuing to behave like they have, because they've been doing it in the stock market for over 100 years. They're doing it in crypto over 13 years. I didn't decide that they were going to be irrational. I'm just observing that they are, and I'm responding accordingly by doing nothing. And so I'm sitting here looking at the level of adoption. And here, so this article, fine, talking about how much Bitcoin retail investors hold. But even if you're looking at metrics on the XRP ledger, it's heading the right way. And I think eventually price catches up with value. So take a look at this. This is the XRP scan website. And if you go back to a year ago, this chart on your screen is the number of transactions executed in a single day. And so if you go back a year ago, it varies, of course, by day, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of about a million transactions executed per day. Well, fast forward to now, and again, it's always going to be volatile, so it's not always going to be the exact same, but we went from about a million transactions 1 year ago on any given day to more like 1.5 to 2 million. You know, isn't that something? Again, more people hold XRP now than they ever have in the history of it existing. And it's been around a little bit less than a decade. There's never been this many people holding it. We still haven't even hit an all-time high. It's not the fault of XRP. Then all you have to do to not be freaking out about that is recognize the whole damn market moves in tandem. So who cares? You just have to be patient. That's what I think anyway. You do. I mean, I'm not telling you listening to this to buy or sell or hold. You do whatever you want. I'm just sharing my thoughts because I think it's fun to talk about this stuff just as your everyday Joe Schmo. But I think all the data in the world indicates that those people that are sufficiently patient, those are the people that have the opportunity to achieve life-changing wealth in crypto. That's been the story over and over and over again. And where are we right now in terms of adoption? Well, for this market cycle even, like directionally, where are we going? Is it more probable that we're just kind of range bound now and we're going to see a blast up to the upside with Bitcoin leading the charge, or we're going to see a dip to the downside? Well, chart analyst Credible Crypto thinks that we're going to be seeing a move to the upside. Now, this tweet on your screen is from July 6th of last year, 2021, and he simply wrote accumulation Bitcoin. Here, I'll make this full screen. So you can see it's just indicating range bound here where I'm circling. So this again was July of last year. And noting that this is about where it was back in the beginning part of 2021 also, before it blasted up. So he's citing here, this is just accumulation, and his expectation was that we'd see a blast up. And we did actually. So now fast forward to just yesterday, he put out another tweet where he wrote the same thing, accumulation Bitcoin. Now here's the update. So here in the middle, this was July-ish, right around here, where at least when he posted the last tweet, and then he's citing that just kind of range bound, just accumulation mode right here, and then it did blast off. And yeah, then we saw a retracement to the downside. He's pointing out again, that's all that this is. His anticipation is that we are going to see a move to the upside, and Bitcoin will blast above $100,000. He still does think that XRP is more likely than not going to end up in the $20 to $30 range before this is all said and done for this market cycle. And then there was also this from chart analyst Love Crypto, who seems to have the same anticipation in terms of within the next couple months a blast off to the upside. So maybe it is the case that the next couple months are going to be somewhat boring in terms of price action. You never know for sure. But here's the chart that Love Crypto shared, anticipating that at some point you're going to reach this choke point where you're going to have it go one way or the other, which you see time and time again. And in this case, he's thinking more probable than not a move to the upside. And then there was also this. Love Crypto tweeted this out. Trading components weighted for success. 90% patience, 9% planning, 1% execution. And so, a couple things here. He's talking specifically about trading. Trading's a bad idea for most people. There's a very small percentage of humans that find success, and I'm impressed by them, super duper. And even then, when they find success, most of them aren't making life-changing wealth doing it, but they're finding some level of success. Okay, fine. I'll accept that. So the reason I found this is appealing is, and I wanted to share this, is not to encourage trading. I think trading's a terrible idea. You do whatever you want to do, but for the typical person, I think it's a horrible idea. But still, what's he citing right here? Even for traders, it's about patience. 90% patience. So you could kind of have a fun little debate about what percentage each one of these things would be. But the cool thing again is, even when you're talking about just holding, who are the people that achieve life-changing wealth in crypto? Well, again, it's the people that hold, the people that are patient and don't respond to what other people are doing. And again, with all the actual adoption and more people in XRP than ever before, all these things that I've been sharing in this video, actual usage increasing, it's just not reflected in price yet. Why the hell would I be freaking out over that? Are we kidding? This is the opportunity. If everybody agreed with what I was saying the world over, that would mean that there's no longer opportunity. The fact that you and I are recognizing this right now, that's amazing. Most people don't even know XRP exists. We are so fortunate to be here right now. Most people have not a clue that this is an opportunity. So, just like I said, and I do mean this too. I said this somewhat recently. I'm not feeling the least bit impatient holding XRP for as long as I have. I don't care if it's another 4 years. I'm not going to get burnt out over it. I feel just fine. This is my expectation getting in. I said, I don't care if it's going to take over a decade. Not that I necessarily thought it was going to take that long, but I was saying these things internally just to myself. I was like, well, I don't know how long it's going to take. When I jumped in bets back in 2017, I was like, okay, whatever it takes, that's fine. I'll just sit there and hold, because I know that that's just how it works. And so I'm not the least a bit tired of this, of holding XRP, of waiting. This is what it takes. It just is. So hopefully you guys aren't all burnt out there. I can't tell you to buy or sell or hold. I would never want to have that type of responsibility anyway. But I hope that this perspective is helpful to somebody, just in the sense of just take the emotion out of the equation, whatever your equation is, and just rely on facts, circumstances, logic to make your own decisions here. But I still believe that those people that hold, my gosh, like the price of XRP today, people, if you fast forward a decade, I have a feeling that people are going to be like, you actually had XRP under $1.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.